the way, if you miss any of our weekday shows in real time, you can always catch up by checking out the podcast of your favorite shows at your leisure. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Got your black.
Following the leader.
Oh my God.
Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss it. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
Have you ever felt that your partner was emotionally abusing you? Have you ever felt that what they said or the way they said it cut you so deep that you would have, it should have left a scar, but because it's on the inside, it didn't? If you have felt emotionally abused by your partner, there's a good chance, a high chance, that there's emotional resentment within your relationship. Now, as a psychotherapist, I work a lot with emotional resentment. And I have to say, it's probably one of the most common emotions that I witness, not only in other people, but I've had it myself. And my guess is you have too. Now, I like to think I didn't emotionally abuse anyone with it, but I could have, and I may have. I didn't hear their side. But I want to talk to you about what resentment is, and then I'm going to go into how it might feel to the guy or to the woman if they're being emotionally abused by their spouse. And at that point, I would really encourage both of you to sit down and talk about your resentment and what you feel. Resentment is a misguided attempt to transfer pain, your pain, to someone else, specifically through shame, the failure to feel good, to create more value, meaning, and purpose in your life. So blaming this core value on someone else justifies a sense of self-righteousness, along with a low-grade anger in the person who is struggling with resentment or who feels it. And what this eventually leads to, this self-righteousness, is that basically there's an empowerment because you feel justified. It's short-lived because what you end up doing is moving the other person further from you, tearing at your trust, and not only that, but making that emotional connection impossible. So you might say, well, Mary Jo, I've felt that way, but I don't think I ever emotionally abused anyone. And I understand that. I get that. So let's talk about, here's how to tell if you're an emotionally abused man or woman. And I'm going to go through the man first, okay? This is what you're probably going to feel. Does it feel like your wife or girlfriend pushes your buttons? Does she have a way of putting you in a bad mood? Are there times when you don't want to speak to her or be around her? Do you feel like you overtook a lot, or you swallowed a lot of stuff that you didn't want to, feelings that weren't yours, until you can't stand it anymore? Does she frequently do things the wrong way? Can you sometimes have a nice time and then out of nowhere, she says or does something that sets you off? Are you sometimes on edge about having a bad or unpleasant evening? Does it feel like you have to criticize her for not being more efficient, more reliable, or a better person? If you answered yes to any of these above questions, there are some things that your wife or girlfriend probably says about you. He's so moody. He doesn't see or hear me. I can't be myself. I have to think, feel, and behave the way he wants. Nothing I do is good enough. I feel like I'm walking on eggshells. So guys, if that explains what you're feeling, then this is what your partner's getting. And this is emotional abuse. It qualifies. Now for women, if you're feeling these things, then let's talk about what your man is probably feeling. Do you sometimes make your man feel like a failure as a provider, partner, parent, or lover? Do you feel like you have to tell him the same thing over and over again? Does he tell you that you sometimes yell and scream or lash out at him? Do your girlfriends ever remark that you might treat him badly? Do you automatically blame him when things go wrong? Do you resort to name-calling, swearing, or putting him down? Do you demean or belittle him in front of other people or your children? Do you threaten to take his children away so he will never see them again? Are you often jealous and want to know where he is at all times? Would your family and friends be surprised to know how you treat him behind closed doors? If you answered yes to any of these, here are some things that your husband or boyfriend probably says about you. She's a nag. She's so moody. She's so unpleasant to be around. I just want her to leave me alone. Nothing I do is good enough. I feel like I'm walking on eggshells. So you see,
ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason is on fire. Complete fire tonight. Listen, she's supposed to be your partner. He's supposed to be your partner. Things you guys go through should stay behind closed doors unless you both agree on a third party that can come in and help you guys sort things through. I suggest a therapist. My friends here from the official Confessions podcast, they disagree. But at the end of the day, everybody gonna go through something. But very few people should know about it.
Agreed.
At the end of the day, we all gonna go through something. We all broken. We all got issues. I say we're all whips, works in progress. But everybody should not be privy to our process of how we deal with difficulty and secrets and vulnerabilities that we share with each other. We should be able to sit down and at least agree upon whoever that person is, that impartial party is. Come in, help us see this from a different perspective so we can get past this. Now, social media, television, we broke up 7 years ago. We've lived completely separate lives. Tupac was my soulmate. Like, all this stuff should not be out in the public sphere, in my opinion.
Agreed.
But social media now is some people's therapy.
It's most, it seems.
Yes.
It's most.
That's most people's therapy.
Yeah. And the more that you expose of yourself, your situation, the more that you put out, you are now opening up yourself for other people to now be into your situation.
Yeah.
And feel that they can speak on it because you have put it out there.
Well, social media is a platform for bullies, anonymous bullies.
Facts.
People who are really
text gangsters.
They don't mean anything in their real life.
Right.
So now I get to hide behind a profile, an avatar, and say all of the things
that I can't say. I don't have the nuts to say it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's get these callers on. They've been on long enough. Let's do it. Sean from Oakland, California. Get in here.
Yay.
Hey, everybody. Wow.
Yes,
hey. Well, I how about if I could join a barbecue with all of you at some point, because this sounds exactly like the most amazing barbecue on a Sunday that you could have with a bunch of fellas. And by the way, ladies, could would be in there as well. And when you're talking about Jada and Will Smith and all that, of course, I don't know either one of them personally. But what I would say is that, it took like about 20 years for this to come out, right? I mean, we all had the TMZ stuff and all of that. So my point here is, maybe it was one of those relationships of convenience, and I'm not saying that's a good thing because, I'm not in that world of Hollywood or that sort of situation. Maybe it was a relationship of convenience where, people said that about Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton. It was a relationship of convenience. I'm not so sure that's true, but, if you're going to let all the bad stuff come out, you wait a long time. And I have to admit, Jada, did kind of wait a long time to, put all that out. And Will Smith is not a bad guy, I don't think. He seems like a good guy. He does a lot of good things. He's a decent actor, obviously. So my thing is with the relationship. A decent actor. I mean, he has a Academy Award, so...
No, not yet.
I mean...
Yeah, he does have it.
He has Academy. He doesn't have
yeah.
Oscar yet.
Yeah.
Oh, an Oscar. Yeah.
No, he doesn't have Oscar.
I mean...
He doesn't? I thought he just won.
Okay.
Did he?
Yeah, he won the same
Academy
night.
Award.
He won
Same
the
night he slapped Chris Rock.
He won an award.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
he won that night. Yeah.
Well, he
I
kind
think
of
it overshadowed the...
Go ahead,
well,
Sean.
once again, I was just going to say, I mean, he kind of picked on a guy. He kind of showed that he was kind of a little bit of a bully, right? I mean, he had all the money in the world, and Jada Pinkett, I have to say, she was hotter than a bandit's pistol. I loved her, but I don't know her from anybody else. I don't know her. I've never met her, anything, but she's not stupid, and it took her all these years. And Will Smith is not stupid. He's a decent actor and did all that. And by the way, watch Swagger, people, on Apple TV. And I don't have any money affiliation to it, but it is a really good thing with O'Shea Jackson Jr. As an actor because, I'm just saying.
Okay.
Ice Cube.
All right.
Yeah,
Sean, thank you, man. We appreciate it. You brought
looking out,
Oakland,
Sean.
California in the building.
Oaktown.
If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. You're listening to The Voice of Reason on KBLA Talk 1580. All right, we got callers. Let's get them in here. Who's been on the longest? In Nzinga, Pensacola, Florida. Get in here.
Good evening, gentlemen. Good evening.
Good
evening,
Nice to meet
Nzinga.
y'all. Yeah, good evening. It's nice to meet you. I'm glad to have y'all in the house. I hope you'll return in the future.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. This is a good subject. It feels like this whole situation has invoked a corporate PTSD on everybody.
Facts.
It feels like everybody's projecting their fears. It's almost like, I'm not going to say jealous, but I'm kind of looking at it objectively, and it feels like, and so are a lot of other people, but it feels like it's being looked at subjectively, and people are actually inserting themselves and replacing themselves as Jada or Will, and saying what they would and what they wouldn't do. At the end of the day, like even when I was in a relationship, my ex, he was like the one who wanted to tell everybody, and I was like, no, everybody needs to mind their business. So I get what people, are saying, but at the end of the day, it's their relationship. You even had, and I wasn't going to say his name, but I mean, like Stephen A. Smith. I saw him on a podcast saying his girlfriend isn't allowed to tell people she's dating him
until they get married.
I saw that.
Yep.
I'm not mad at him though.
And so, yeah, but to give this commentary about somebody else's relationship, it's kind of I don't maybe less than hypocritical, maybe a notch under hypocritical.
But I think it's different because their relationship is public and they have spoken about it. And he's saying, my relationship, I don't want it out there so people can't talk about it, right? Once you invite somebody into your situation,
it's on and cracking.
It's on and cracking.
Yeah.
But he's saying, hey, I'm not about to be like them so you could talk about my stuff until it's time for you to know. You're on a need-to-know basis.
And even when you know, it's none of your business.
Damn bit. It really shouldn't.
Right. But again, if she agrees to the situation, you agreed to this. Just like if she had certain things that she says, hey, I don't want you to talk about, he says the same, and you both agree upon it, then that's what it is. She can walk away from this relationship at any moment, at any time.
Right. No, I agree.
That's
Nzinga. Go ahead.
But can I just say one more? I just want to say one more thing to Pee Wee. I think, Pee Wee, it's important that you do share with your woman and you tell her first because you want to tell her first because you don't want the streets to have you explaining things later.
Ooh.
So I just wanted to say that, okay?
But why am I have to explain?
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, my
you,
love.
Thank you, Nzinga.
You brought Pensacola, Florida in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, you're going to get more callers from all over the nation. Let's do it.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Join LA Civil Rights and the Reparations Advisory Commission's Black Experience Study live this fall. Learn about the city's plans for reparations and join the study in real time. For more information and to register, visit laisforeveryone.com today.
Hello?
Man, where are you? I thought you were coming.
I can't. I'm in bed with the flu.
The flu? Whoa. Grandma's about to crowd surf. Man, I'll call you back.
Don't get stuck at home with the flu. A flu shot is safe, effective, and you can get it at the same time as your COVID-19 vaccine. A flu shot is the best way to prevent the flu and its potentially serious complications. Don't get flu FOMO. Learn more at getmyflushot.org.
Brought to you by the AMA, CDC, and the Ad Council.
No young person should ever have to worry about having a safe place to sleep at night, or whether anyone cares about them.
But the reality is, 1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis and giving them the support and tools they need to succeed in life. To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today. Thank you for caring.
At Susan G. Komen, we believe that ending breast cancer needs all of us working together. Because if you've just been diagnosed and don't know where to turn, we've got you. If you can't afford the treatment you need, we've got you. And if you are driven to honor the loved one you've just lost, we have a place for you here. Because of you, we're supporting those who need help today while tirelessly searching for tomorrow's cures. Visit Komen.org and be a part of our Susan G. Komen community today.
As veterans, we're no strangers to helping others.
That's what we were taught, service before self.
But we do have one question for the veterans listening.
When is the last time you reached out for help?
If you or someone you know needs resources, whether it's for stress, finances, employment, or mental health, don't wait. Reach out.
Find more information at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Only 1 in 5 people with autism are employed, despite many having the skill set and desire to work.
Maybe it's because employers don't know what kind of jobs they can do. Like, what about a programmer?
That's a job for someone with autism.
How about a healthcare worker?
Yep, that is too. People with autism can do a lot of different jobs, but often get overlooked due to outdated stigmas. Introducing WIN by Autism Speaks. We help businesses lead the way in inclusive hiring.
What about a ranch hand?
To learn more, go to autismspeaks.org/win.
You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
These are my confessions. Just when I thought I said all I can say, my chick on the side says she got one on the way. These are my confessions. Man, I'm thrown and I don't know what to do. I guess I gotta give you part 2 of my confessions. If I'm gonna tell it, then I gotta tell it all. Damn near think I ever had to do. Got me talking to myself, asking how I'm gonna tell you. About that chick on part 1, I told y'all I was creeping with. Say she's 3 months pregnant and she's keeping it. The first thing that came to mind was you. Second thing was, how do I know if it's mine and is it true? Third thing was me wishing that I never did what I did. How I ain't ready for no kid and bye-bye to a relationship. Just when I thought I said I could say my chick on the
My
side.
playlist is my co-host.
You were cracking tonight. I'm not mad at your playlist. Your playlist was all right tonight.
Hey.
It was all right.
That playlist is on fire, ladies and gentlemen. You already know how the voice of reason does. Welcome to the VOR, man. We are in here turned up. Behind closed doors is tonight's topic. Man, we want to keep it a secret. If I share my wounds with you, if I share my pain, my truth, my hurt, you should be my heart locker. You should not take what I have deposited into you for safekeeping and sell it on the open market for attention. That's just, am I off? Am I wrong for that, for having that kind of expectation?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Do you understand? Like, okay, so there's spiritual teachings on handling secrets. Various spiritual teachings and philosophies emphasize the importance of honesty, compassion, forgiveness, and non-judgment. These teachings can guide couples in navigating the challenges posed by giving secrets. I'm giving this to you, and I'm hoping that your ethos, your ethics, your morals will see it as such, like, I will never betray you. Because most people think betrayal is just cheating.
Oh, no.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely not.
But betrayal is also revealing things that I have revealed to you
Absolutely.
in confidence.
Yes.
Right, for sure.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Lord have mercy. Ethical considerations. Revealing secrets that may affect your significant other, your relationship, your family members. You have to ask, who did I marry? Who did I commit to? Many times we don't even ask questions about a person's ethics or morals. We just get blindsided by a person we never met before in that relationship when it sours. We go, who is this person?
Say it all the time.
I never thought you would do something like this.
I mean,
say it all the time.
I've been near my marriage, though.
In the name of Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. We got full lines right now.
Sweet Ray's
Let's
barbecue sauce.
get these lines cracking. Who's been on the longest? Mimi from Jacksonville, Florida. Get in here.
Florida?
Hey, Zoe. Hey, everyone.
Hey, what's happening?
Mimi sleepy.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Mimi? What's
I'm
going?
not sleepy. I just sound like this all the time. That's all.
You just at the house chilling, Mimi?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Hey, Zoe.
Talk to us, Mimi.
This is a great topic. I never thought you'd be talking about Jada and Will, but I love it. I love it. I think Jada's mistake was she just should never have said personal things publicly because she's getting a lot of bashing and everybody says that Will is a victim, but they said they have an open marriage and Will just had his flings with different women and he never talked about it, but she shared consistently and constantly about Tupac. And
that's why I say
Will's
not off the hook. I said they belong to each other. They belong together. They are, to me, they're perfect mirrors of each other. One reveals, the other conceals. Continue.
And I just think that, a lot of celebrities share. I mean, if this would have been J-Lo, everybody would have been just eating it all up. But I think it's just Jada is kind of received in an abrasive kind of way. But if it would have been J-Lo or Taylor Swift, I think people would have been eating it up and just loving it.
But Taylor does hers in her songs. After they break up, she starts writing songs. She tell all the business after
She
that.
does do that. She does.
Hey, thank you. You know what you did? You brought Jacksonville, Florida in the building. I love you, Mimi. Thank you for the call. We appreciate it. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. Cali Soul, Denver, Get in here.
Hey, family.
What's up, family?
Hey.
Somebody is ready to be petty. Let's go.
Ooh. So I don't know if y'all remember. I think it was on 808s and Heartbreak with Kanye when he had that clip of Will Ferrell, and he was like, who cares? It's controversy, and it gets the people going.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right.
That is it.
Right.
This is what sells. We done watched it time and time again. You've seen Beyonce did Lemonade, and the next thing you know, her and Jay is on tour together. But your sister, they had the elevator scene, and it was like, y'all angry, but y'all just went on tour together. We see these two doing this, and they dropping books. This is the age that we live in. And all of the old heads is sad, but they are struggling to stay relevant. And some of them don't even need to struggle.
Ooh.
Like, they don't need plastic surgery. Look at Uncle Smokey. A couple of months ago, he just dropped a dime about him and Diana. And it's like, what are you doing, Uncle?
We don't need to know about you and Diana, man.
But, again, what did he do? He went out on tour right after he did that. So it's a game. We falling for the okie doke.
Right.
And, these people is playing, they are playing the Hollywood media game. It's always been like that. Cicely Tyson talks about it in her book, Just As I Am, where it's like they want you to keep mess going. They want you to portray yourselves as disgusting, dirty, greedy, needy. And people are doing it. They soft shoeing and tap dancing for the money. And it's sad, because what it looks like to me is it's mainly us.
No. Cali Soul, you already know what you do. You know what you do. You're in here cooking with the rarest grease. I smell grapeseed oil. Listen, when we come forward, we're going to go back to Denver, Colorado to get Cali Soul's final thoughts.
Out of my mouth, said it ain't gonna be easy, but I need to stop thinking, contemplating, be a man and get it over with. I'm riding in my whip, racing to her place, talking to myself, preparing to tell her to her face. She opened up the door and didn't wanna come near me. I said, what's it, baby? Please hear me. My confession, just when I thought I said all I can say, my shit goes aside.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Esther Dillard, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. Artillery and rocket fire continue as Israeli troops stand ready to attack at the border with Gaza. As the fighting rages, food, water, and medical supplies are in short supply in Gaza. The death toll has surpassed 4,100 since the Israeli-Hamas war began on October 7th. A vote on Jim Jordan's bid to become Speaker of the House is expected Tuesday at noon. It remains unclear if the Ohio Republican will have the 217 votes needed to secure the position. And the alleged African-American gunman accused of shooting 3 people at the state fair in Texas says he was acting in self-defense. Cameron Turner told the cops that he was trying to protect his family, according to an arrest warrant. Dallas police say the 22-year-old was alone Saturday night. And that's the latest. I'm Esther Dillard from the Black Information Network and BINnews.com.
Need an accident attorney by your side? All you got to do is call the accident guys.
Injured in a car accident or at work? Call the accident guys to speak with a real expert attorney for a free consultation.
To boldly go where no man has gone before.
Boldly taking talk radio where it has never gone before. New vistas, new voices, new views, new visions, new victories. We're KBLA Talk 1580, and we're taking public media black.
Hey, Everything okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Honey. Hey, I'm here for you. Tell me about school today.
When kids can't find the right words, music can help them sound it out. Talk to the kids in your life about their emotional well-being. Find tools and resources at sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal Ventures.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 joins you in standing for voting rights. When We All Vote is a leading national nonpartisan initiative on a mission to change the culture around voting and to increase participation in each and every election by helping to close the race and age gap. Created by Michelle Obama, When We All Vote brings together individuals, institutions, brands, and organizations to register new voters across the country and advance civic education for the entire family and voters of every age to build an informed and engaged electorate for today and generations to come. When We All Vote empowers their supporters and volunteers to take action through voting, advocating for their rights, and holding their elected officials accountable. Please visit whenweallvote.org to stand up for your rights, voting rights. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Hey, Dad, how do airplanes fly? What's in this box? Is this tree good for climbing? How are babies made? What does this thing do?
Kids are curious about everything, including guns. Talking to them about gun safety in your home is a good first step, but you can do more. Always keep your guns locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
Anyone can choose to make a difference. You can help people succeed, rebuild after disasters, protect the environment, or feed the hungry. Not only will you make a difference for others, but for yourself. You can earn money for college, learn career skills, and make friendships that last a lifetime. Make a difference. Choose your future. Choose AmeriCorps.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need a love doctor, and I need it right away. I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need to hear the doctor's voice of reason.
Yo, so I got this two-timing chick who got her revenge from when I was on my two-time tip. And even when I tried to correct it, she couldn't get past how she was disrespected. Neglected my effort, a pair with no trust. Dirty games and affairs that been tearing us up. If things ain't picture perfect, is it really worth it? I have an idea, but I need to know for certain.
calling you up, I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need a love doctor, and I need it right away. I'm calling you up, I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need to hear the doctor's voice of reason.
I want us to go into a space today that's rather difficult to examine, and that's the space of humiliation, and specifically how narcissists feel not only okay about taking you to a place of humiliation, but they actually seem to take delight in doing so. Has that ever happened to you? One of the things that I work so hard in my counseling office to help people understand is I want them to know that there's a core decency that they have. I want them to know that they are deserving of love. We were meant to be loved, and let's make sure that we know how to give and receive love. But these individuals can sometimes be engaging with narcissists who think, love? You don't deserve any love. You deserve to be humiliated. Now, see, let's understand something. Every one of us has done something that leaves us feeling guilty, like, I wish I hadn't have done that, or that was a bad decision, or I wasn't thinking right then. And all of us can come up with some things, sometimes small, sometimes larger, and sometimes something in between. We've done something that requires a reaction of guilt or shame. And in its best sense, guilt can cause us to say, this is what was wrong, this is how I went in a direction that I regret, and then here's what I'm going to do to make restoration. And then once you've gone through that process, you get to move on. You get to act like a forgiven person, and we say, live and learn. You live and you learn. Well, narcissists grew up with an understanding that guilt and shame and demeaning and pecking order is all a really big deal. But instead of them saying, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to learn from these kind of things, and I'm going to figure out how I can take my guilt and my shame and then go back to that core, that base of love and goodness, they don't know how to do that. They figured out, okay, if I do anything wrong, then I'm going to be guilted or I'm going to be shamed. So how do I overcome that? And then they have their little moment of, they think, clarity. It's like, I know. What I'll do is I'll find people who are lower than me. And so they go about the business of making other individuals feel lower so they can elevate themselves at your expense. Narcissism is so about compensation for being inadequate. And they can't access that insight to save their life, but that's what they're really doing. They've grown up deeply conflicted. They grow up with a lot of fear. They have the sense that says judgment is always right around the corner, and so they're wanting to be the one that's at the front of the marching band, leading the way, saying, well, I'm going to call the shots, and people are going to do as I say, because they're afraid that that if they have to receive any kind of shame and all the rest, they're going to lose their status. And so like, no, what I'll do is I'll build my status at your expense. Now, the word humiliation.
Oh, my goodness, Dr. C. Don't slap them upside the dome piece on their way home from Jones Beach like that. My goodness. I'm not saying Jada's narcissistic, though.
You're not?
No. I don't think she's narcissistic.
Well, I say she is.
I don't think she's narcissistic. What I do think is her and Will are in collusion.
I think both of them are.
That's what Callie Soul was saying. Callie Soul, get back in here. Finish your thought.
Yeah,
I don't think
that's still narcissism.
I don't think she's narcissistic, though. I think they planned this. This is a coup.
I just go back.
It's a coup.
But I go back to Zoe asking that same question.
I just don't know
why now.
I don't know. I don't.
We don't know why now. You're asking impossible questions. We're not on their team. We're not in the war room with them. Callie, help me to help them understand.
I just don't understand them forming a coup. How that helps Will Smith. I don't understand what
He
that
don't need
does
no
for
help.
him.
Sell more books, but he's not the one that necessarily need help. He's good. I think it's her, but, they're partners. So you're going to help your partner out no matter how much they get on your nerves. They're ride or die for each other. And Jada been trifling. God bless that woman and her mother.
Right.
They've been trifling. I have a cabinet of elders that I speak to when I need help. And we're not talking about just divulging details for the fact of sitting around and gossiping. It's like, nah, we're talking about women in their 60s, 70s, and 80s who are vetted, been married for years, and have figured out formulas to build family and build legacies. So, to me, if Jada really is going through all that stuff in her marriage and needs help, then reach out to some people that are vetted, that are making it.
She got Dr. Romney. Dr. Romney is cold. She's brought Dr. Romney on the red table many times. Dr. Romney can help.
If that's what she really
But
wants.
I don't think that that's what the platform Red Table Talk is for. I think the platform Red Table Talk is for Jada to get more notoriety and to be out there to create mess, to stir the pot, and stay relevant. Jada didn't never need to get half of the plastic surgery that woman got on her face. She didn't need it.
Shots fired.
And no, I'm not shooting shots. I'm saying that woman in her natural essence. I'm not firing shots.
I hear what you're saying.
That woman in her natural essence is a beautiful woman.
Agreed.
And then she started doing all this stuff, and then we're like, whoa. But again, the elders are trying to keep up with the young people, and they don't need to.
Wow.
And I get what she's saying.
No, I agree.
Red Table Talk literally is that platform for Jada. I mean, Will doesn't have to stay relevant. He is who he is.
He's Will Smith.
Yeah.
Cali Soul, you brought Denver, Colorado in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, didn't we have Diana from Huntington Beach? Diana, get back in here. We want to talk to our LA folk. Listen, we got callers. Let's get them on the line. Who's been on the longest by seconds? Attila from Houston, Texas. Get in here.
What up, Uncle Zoe and guests?
Yeah.
How are y'all?
Hey. Talk to us. What are your thoughts about tonight's topic?
Okay, so I actually wanted to talk about the whole sharing your business with your partner thing.
Oh, to Pee Wee. Okay, great.
Yes.
Yes.
He needs it. Yeah, Pee Wee needs it.
I is here.
Here, Miz.
Okay, so I agree with Uncle Zoe with the therapist saying absolutely, 100%. I've learned my lesson on that. The thing about telling other people your business, or at least even if it's a quote-unquote friend, you're probably only telling them part of it because you either are lying to yourself or you're lying to them to make you not look bad. So, I mean, I agree that a therapist is a good medium for that. I guess my question would be that if you're worried about the information that you're giving to your partner, my question is, what information are you giving to yourself about your relationship and about your partner?
That's interesting. That's interesting. I'm just going to say this. It's very simple. It's very, very simple. Self-work can only be done by the self.
Facts.
And oftentimes, we get into relationships thinking our partner is going to help us with our self-work. No, all they can do is ask the question or reflect the work back to you.
I don't know if I agree with that. You're saying when you get into a relationship, that is what you're expecting from the person you're in the relationship with?
Well, let's go deeper. The person you're with is a reflection of the work you have to do internally. Most people in the relationship space are talking social game rules. They're not talking psychology. They're not talking spirituality. A lot of people don't even know their attachment style. And they don't know how certain attachment styles are attracted to each other. A lot of people don't know our central nervous systems are bonding. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know what's the communication style of my family and how I take that communication style into my relationship.
I
so
agree with that.
a lot of people are totally self-unaware. So when they go into the relationship and they experience problems, what they then do is blame the person, as opposed to saying, well, wait a minute, I showed up with a lot of baggage myself. WIP, work in progress. So if you're self-unaware of the things you need to work on, you don't even know how you're going to respond in a difficult situation. So imagine being self-blind and then divulging information to somebody that you're totally unaware who they really are too.
So are you saying you shouldn't be in a relationship then?
You should be aware of who you are. Relationship number one, relationship with self. Understanding where you came from, how you got there, and where you need to go. That's going to tell you what kind of person you're attracting.
And I hear you, though, Zoe,
I
on
hear
that.
you, but that's always a constant work in progress.
Right. Absolutely. And you get better at it the more self-observant you become.
Or the more relationships that you're in.
But it could be the number of relationships. It doesn't, well, let me just say, it doesn't matter the number of relationships. If you're self-unaware, you could be having the same relationship replay over and over again. You have to go in with the intent of looking for yourself how I'm going to show up when conflict manifests. And most people have no idea about that process.
I agree.
How do you know that you're at that point?
Number one, when you observe yourself, say you're temperamental, right? And you pop off.
Oh, I'm a firecracker.
Right?
Yeah.
You go into the situation saying, let me see how I could mitigate that.
But my firecracker comes in when I'm on road rage.
But no, hear what I'm saying, though. I'm talking about in terms of intimate relationships, not driving your car. What I'm saying is, when you're in a relationship and you know you're a hothead, but you're self-unaware of it in the sense of what's going to trigger me, what's going to cause me to, you see what I'm saying?
But see, in a relationship, I'm speaking for self here. In a relationship, I'm not a hothead because I don't like to argue. I don't like to debate.
Then you shouldn't even be talking because we're talking about hotheads.
Right. But
do you see? We're trying to get to that.
I watch myself
because you're aware.
Exactly.
That's the
point.
point.
I watch myself on how I talk to other people so that I don't cap off. But if someone does push me to that limit, I will cap off because I have to set my boundaries on how you communicate with me.
No, you don't have to pop off. There's a way to deal with it. Even I learned it.
Yeah, but
I'll be popping off.
Okay, but you still can get triggered. It doesn't matter how self-aware you are.
Well, it does matter.
Everybody has a breaking point.
Sure. But you're still not getting the point, which is if you're constantly self-observant and you're paying attention to how you show up and you know what your limitations are, you can put yourself in a position to avoid a lot of things, which is different than if you didn't know who you were and you walk into a situation and you get triggered and you go, wow, let me respond. Well, not even respond. Let me react.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you see?
Yeah.
So there's a difference.
There's a difference
between responding
and reacting. No, I agree.
You want to be in a position to where you can respond intelligently and navigate yourself away from any further problems.
Right. I agree with that.
And many people are self-blind when they go into a relationship. They don't know. They don't know. Listen,
but I think
when we come forward, we're going to talk to Atala. She's going to give us her final thought on this whole topic. And then we're going to Heru Ali, Battle Creek, Michigan. And Diana, Huntington Beach, call back. We got callers. Let's get it.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Happy birthday, Metro K-Line. Whether traveling for business or pleasure, it's time you made today a K-Line day. The K-Line can connect you with fun, food, friends, and family from Crenshaw to Inglewood in one safe, clean, comfortable ride. Take the K-Line today and experience the diversity that makes LA such a great place to live, work, and play. Make it a K-Line day. Go Metro. Visit metro.net/K-Line.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminding you that we keep us safe. The Center for the Pacific Asian Family was founded to help address domestic violence and sexual assault in the Asian and the Pacific Islander communities. The Center for the Pacific Asian Family's mission is to build healthy and safe communities by addressing the root causes and consequences of family violence and violence against women. They are committed to meeting the specific cultural and language needs of the Asian and Pacific Islander women and their families. CPAF's vision is of an Asian and Pacific Islander community that embraces healthy relationships and works in partnership with other communities to eradicate all forms of violence. To access services, volunteer, or for more info, visit nurturingchange.org. At KBLA Talk 1580, we believe everyone deserves to be safe. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Now. We tend not to think about now. We dream about tomorrow, relive yesterday. But right now in front of us is victory over cancer. Right now, cancer research funded by the V Foundation is leading to better treatments and saving lives. Victory over cancer is there for the taking. By you, because today's cancer research is tomorrow's victory. Learn more at v.org.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
You know you want some more. More. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
The legend, the purple one, controversy. Hey, controversy sells, man. The voice of reason is on fire tonight. You already know what it is. My playlist is my co-host. I had to get the best records to get it cracking. Attila, please jump back in here and wrap your final thought for us real quick. We got a couple more callers to get to. Go ahead.
All right, so real quick, just understand whatever you give your woman, she's going to multiply it times 10.
Ooh.
So give trust instead of distrust.
Wow.
That's all I'm saying.
We love it. You brought Houston, Texas in the building. Let's keep it rolling. Heru Ali, we got to do this quick. Battle Creek, Michigan. Jump in here.
Peace and love to the family nation. Honors to Andy, esteemed guests, and everybody. Listen,
here we go.
A secret untold is a secret that
Wait a minute. Say that again. You tapped out. Your phone tapped out on us. What was that?
A secret untold is a secret that I hold. We live a public life, a private life, and a secret life, all at the same time. But with the limited time that we have, I think it's generally agreed upon that by age, 7, that we're pretty much who we are for the most part, up into adulthood. So what was going on with both of them in their childhoods? They both come from abusive households and drugs, abuse. Fathers both abused their wives. He stated that he always felt bad to this day that he couldn't stop his father from abusing his mother. And Jada on the same thing. So what does that do to the attachment styles? Well, we know reactive attachment disorder at a minimum can be a result of what they call ACEs, adverse childhood events. So what I've been really thinking that they suffer as an adults, in my unprofessional opinion, from inhibited and disinhibited social engagement disorder.
Wow.
One inhibited social engagement disorder, you can't receive the love and comfort from the person that's loving on you. She cried when she got married. She felt like she was pressured to get married, et cetera, et cetera. She said it was the biggest show of ego when he planned for 2 or 3 years for her 40th birthday. She couldn't receive it. Like, are you serious?
Wow.
And
That's heavy.
And he suffers from the disinhibited, where no matter what, he's always trying to please her, and he's going to take the abuse.
Wow.
Whether it's mental, physical, she can't control herself. She seeks love and comfort in strangers. It's classic DSM.
Man,
Love to the family and nation.
But Harul, I love you, brother. Thank you, man. You should have called in earlier.
Love to the family and nation.
Battle Creek, Michigan just cooked us up. Hey, Diana from Huntington Beach, you got to get in here and give us what you got quickly, honey. Let's go.
I'm just saying, I grew up in DV also, and I was listening to a lot of the domestic violence situation, and I grew up raising myself, which means that I learned loyalty for myself. So at the end of the day, I didn't agree with Jada because no matter what, how people treat you or how you were raised, loyalty is to the core. Like you cannot use people's vulnerable moments and deepest, darkest secrets to, just to sell a book or to get upset with them and try to get back at them. That's not cool because you're taking away that person's trust in a lot of other people. Wow. Especially if you grew up in DV and situations like that. That's like, it's hard. You can't do that to anybody. How do you expect anybody to be loyal?
Wow.
So I don't agree with the whole Jada situation.
Great point. We appreciate the call. Listen, all we do is start the conversation. It's up to you to finish it.
That's right.
My brothers, can you tell people where to find you in your podcast and Twitch and wherever it's Spotify? What is it and where is it?
You can catch Confessing each and every Wednesday and Saturday night, 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. You can find us on Instagram at Officially Confessions. We do the show on Twitch live on Wednesday and Saturday. Pee Wee, what's our Twitch?
At Officially Confessions. And then you can also get it on YouTube live, too.
That's right.
Just tap on the live tab on YouTube, and you can get us there, too.
All righty. Listen, we started the conversation. You finish it. Up next, Jill Monroe. You already know her show is fire. She's going to keep the fire lit. RSVP with Jill Monroe. The Voice of Reason shall return with another heater tomorrow, 7 to 9 p.m. Let's get it.
Was I what you wanted me to be?